working with difficulties. We call it sometimes chaos, working with chaos. And the title on the website, when they ask us to give a little blurb in the title for our talk, and my title was taken from this Tibetan Buddhist teacher, Trungpa Rinpoche, who coined this phrase, chaos should be considered good news. Chaos is good news. We usually don't think about it like that, right? But why is it good news, right? It's an opportunity to wake up, an opportunity to see clearly. You know? I was talking with a friend of mine earlier, and it just came to mind. You know, when somebody tells you, if I said to you, Debbie, I got some good news and I got some bad news, what do you want to hear first? You want the chaos first, right? Isn't that interesting? That's you know, we don't know. There's an uncertainty, but at least you're prepared and you have a reward at the end. Well, here's the good news. Sometimes I might say, I got some good news and some bad news. You know, the flight's been delayed. Oh, that's okay. The good news is I'm going with you. I don't want you to go with me. You know? So it depends. Good news, bad news, depends. You know. So chaos, we just talk about chaos as far, you know, when we think of chaos, it's like chaotic, right? Confusion. It's like we don't have, like, we're not in control. You know? In life, sometimes, a lot of times, right, will give us this, I'm not in control. Uh-oh. What do I do? From the Buddhist point of view, this is an opportunity to progress, to wake up, to grow up, as we say also. You know? We usually spend our lives trying to avoid chaos, right? I'll go on this side of the road, I'll go over here. You know. Sometimes we can do that, sometimes we can't. You know? My wife and I lost our home earlier this year to the fires in Altadena. Chaos. Not just for us, for many, many people. And still chaotic for some folks. And that experience was, you know, initially it was like, whoa, this energy, but not looking away. I couldn't look away. We couldn't look away. We have to experience this. So that initial learning, this happened. It's like the mindfulness spell. It's like, and then response. Okay, I need to do this, we need to do that, we need to do this. So taking care of functioning. It's called functioning from this place of, that's a real don't know. Right? We talk about don't know mind. That's that don't know. It's like, what do you mean you don't know? Your house burned down. Yes, but now what? It's like, how do I step forward? You know? We could collapse into a cocoon, or me, why not them? It's like, Or we could take an opportunity, no reference point, no this one here, me. Why me? No. Why not me? And move forward. Responding with what's necessary. You know? So that, which I'm sure many of you, maybe not as extreme as losing your home in a fire, but I'm sure many of us have had a loss in the family, close one, someone close to us. That's a chaotic moment, right? Especially when you don't know. It's not like an illness and then you're kind of expecting it, but it's like, what? Chaos, confusion, no ground. So that is an opportunity to wake up. You know, and function from there. And then also see it as, you know, it depends. Is it good or is it bad? It depends. So So seeing that there is that confusion really really mixes everything up for us. Like we can't say good, bad. We want to, that's why it's chaotic, because we lost, our bearings, where to hold on to. So going forward from that confusion, that chaos, is an opportunity to go beyond good and bad and just wake up, go through life more awake. The Tibetan Buddhist nun Pema Chodron, she describes 3 ways of working with chaos, to work with chaos. He says the first, she describes it as no more struggle. First method to work with chaos, no more struggle. And how do we do that? It's not just a matter of saying, okay, I won't struggle anymore. We know that's not very true because we have habits, we're habituated, right? We're uncomfortable with uncertainty. You can say chaos is uncertainty. We want to know. I need to know. But that no more struggle method of working with chaos is what we did for 30 minutes, practicing meditation. Just sitting, the posture, all the points, the breath, noticing the thought, come back to the breath. If we become identifying with that thought and going into a story, come back to the breath. What is that? No more struggle. Training to not to struggle with thoughts, experience, sound, the sun, We're training to not struggle with things as they are. And that's our practice. You can think about it that way. Every Sunday you come to practice meditation, you're at home practicing meditation. Oh yeah, I'm training and to drop the struggle. No more struggle. Even sleepiness, boredom, we're not struggling anymore, right? Just leaving it as it is. Bell rings, wow, I had a good nap. No more struggle. Then maybe next time I'll take a nap before I come to meditate. I start to meditate, so I'll be fresh. No struggle, friendliness, restart. So that's a no more struggle. First method of working with uncertainty, chaos, confusion, disorder. But it's just life. We're labeling it as confusion and disorder because we don't know what to do with this yet. We want to know what to do with this. We're not comfortable and just don't know. So we train, meditation practice to drop the struggle. No more struggle. And the second method that she says to work with chaos, with difficult situations, is transforming poison into medicine, turning poison into medicine. So poison could be the chaotic experience that we see as ugh, right? So how do we transform that into medicine, right? For us, because we're working with ourselves, our mind, we're getting to know ourselves. We breathe in whatever difficult situation we're experiencing, especially that, your house just burned down. I can breathe that in. Not even, we say poison and medicine, but it's really just an uncomfortable, rather than pushing away, it's like, we breathe it in. As we breathe it into our hearts, and in that space, for me personally, there's other people who are experiencing this too. Wow. May they be happy. May they be safe. May they be safe. So that poison was transformed into medicine. relative. That's conventional, working with conventional reality. From the absolute, there was never any poison, and there's no medicine. The only thing that was transformed was our mind, right? How we relate to the experience. In Tibetan Buddhism, we call this practice tonglen, taking and sending. We do this in meditation, in a formal meditation practice, but we can also do it in our everyday, at the market, in wherever, in traffic, at work, in a chaotic situation. Rather than looking for the exit, meet that. Breathe it in to our heart, not with aggression, breathe it in with acceptance. This is how it is. Well, I can breathe this in. This is really uncomfortable for me, but I can take this in and think, wow, there's a lot of people going through an experience like this, or worse. May they be happy. May they be safe. Breathe out. So that's transforming difficulties into benefit. You might say, like, is it really working? How do I know it's helping them? How do I know? Who cares? What's happening to your state of mind? Right? What's happening to your state of mind? When your mind is at ease, compassionate, kind, friendly. So as I mentioned earlier, imagine as we go into the world lighter, right? We're lighter. How wonderful for other beings that they can experience someone who's just light and easy, relaxed. So, we're benefiting beings. So that's the second method, transforming poison into medicine. And then the third method of working with difficult situations is to just recognize that the chaos, everything is just awakened energy. Just energy, wisdom energy. The universe, life, just... There was an earthquake, right, earlier this week in Russia, 8.8. Is that good or bad? Neither. It's just energy. The world just shook. And yes, maybe some people were hurt and this and that, so we label it as bad. But from the absolute, ultimate, it's just energy. It's just life. Just awakened energy. Why do we call it awakened energy? Because it's the opportunity for us to wake up and see it just as it is. But a lot of people got hurt. And then from that place, do something. Respond. Help if you can, physically. Help if you can, donating. It doesn't mean like it doesn't exist, nothing happened. Something, yeah, it happened. But now what's happening? So those are the three methods that we can work with difficult situations, chaos, as we call it. That's the good news. That we can not change the chaos, change how we relate, change the mind, change your mind. So if we find some relief, we realize, yeah, so where's the chaos? In reality, it's always chaotic. We think we're in control, right? We plan. I was preparing for a talk today, and I forgot my notes. But what do? Oh, I can't give a talk today. Brad, get up here. Oh, my notes. No. Okay. I brought the sheet music, but I know how to play. I know how to dance. So this is how we can go through life. How do we, how do we learn? How do we grow through that chaos, through those difficult times? And then we realized they weren't difficult. It was just awakened energy. It's just the energy of life, experience. So thank you. Thank you so much for your time. Yeah. These teachings, these mean a lot to me. They mean a lot to me. And I love offering them to you.
Hi, I'm Brad with Long Beach Meditation. Your gracious generosity makes this programming possible. If you found this video to be of value, please consider making a donation here. If you'd like to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to stay up to date with Long Beach Meditation, click here to subscribe. Thank you.